Woo! Blair the Flair Cobbs, man, versus Adrian the Problem Broner. Mr. Anybody can get it about billions. Adrian Broner versus Blair Cobbs was last night, man. I just wanted to give my input on Adrian Broner's performance. Look, man, Blair Cobb, I thought he could have got Adrian Broner out of there, dog. I don't know what was really going on, but this is a test to Blair Cobb's skill set, in my opinion. I don't think that I don't want to say Blair Cobbs don't have the goods, man, but a kid that came through a rough past, you know what I'm saying, to try to be a showman in the business of boxing, um, to now fighting a Don King's cards, you know what I'm saying. He was with Golden Boy. I don't know what happened with that. Maybe he branched off. Now he's with Don King. I have zero clue what happened with that. Maybe they allowed him to branch off. Who knows? But Don King Promotions. Let's talk about it. I mean, that is a true high school performance right there. That is a true high school auditorium that they're in, bro. They even had the high school JROTC, bro. You know what I'm saying? They had the uh, ROTC team out there. You know what I mean? They couldn't get no military dudes up in there. They got the JROTC. I thought that was hilarious, you know what I'm saying, in my opinion. But hey, look, it is what it is. You want to make it as official as it comes, you know what I'm saying? And I mean, they looked official, you know what I'm saying? But they was just JROTC, you know what I mean? But the national anthem, the dudes that sang the national anthem with a banjo and shit, what the hell was that about? I mean, Don King is putting on high school auditorium fights, man. And this shit is crazy. But salute the Don King, man, at 120 years old. You know what I'm saying? Still putting on fights, you know what I'm saying? And they mean something, you know. He got Adrian Broner out of that shell, out of that bubble, and he got him inside of the ring finally, right? Adrian Broner has had upcoming fights for a very long time and has had to pull out and this and that, but we got to see where Adrian Broner was, where he was at. You know what I mean? And look, man, Adrian Broner's just on the older side, man. I don't think that he's confident in the sport of boxing. And once you lose your confidence in the sport of boxing, it's gonna be very tough for you, man. You know what I mean? I think that that's what Adrian Broner already lacks. He's scared to throw his hands. He's not. He doesn't. He's not willing to engage as much. But he was pressuring Blair Cobbs, and Blair Cobbs was on the defensive. He was on the run, but just a lack of volume, a lack of punches, a lack of everything, and you know he looked every bit of his age. You know what I'm saying? He's like 30 some years old, but he's going on 40 to be honest, because the shape that he was in, you know what I mean? It was like an exhibition type of fight for Adrian Broner, in my opinion. A fight to get a little bit of money, you know what I'm saying? Store it away, but other than that, obviously Adrian Broner is just not the can man anymore. I think the confidence is just shot, man. It's just gone. And unfortunately that's very tough for a trainer to motivate you to be confident and to throw with confidence. That's just gotta come within. You gotta really build that. And Adrian Broner has been very inactive in his the last decade of his career, the last bit of his career, right? He's been very inactive. So that obviously is killing Adrian Broner, man. And I think that Adrian Broner, you know what I'm saying, he was one of my favorite fighters, man, you know what I'm saying, because he was putting on performances, you know what I mean? He was putting on performances. He was nothing but, he was a showman, you know what I'm saying, very entertaining fighter. But after the Maidana fight, his confidence just lacked, man. And I think that it just messed with his head too much. And I think that for real, if you really want to look at somebody and say, damn, man, that he possibly could have mental health issues, it's possibly Adrian Broner, because you got to think about it. This is a kid that was supposed to be the next. You know what I mean? This is a dude that, was talented to be, the best. You know what I'm saying? And I think that once he got that reality check, he couldn't really face that. He couldn't really fathom the fact that you got people on the internet, you have people that's talking about you, and they're saying that you needed to be humble and this and that. And I think that that affected Adrian Broner in the long run, and I think that that's still affecting him to this day. I think that he still hasn't gotten over that, and I think that he's just unconfident inside of the ring, and that's why he won't let his hands go against a guy like Blair Cobbs. But who am I to say, right? But Adrian Broner, obviously, he would throw here and there. He had spurts. The 12th round was definitely his best round, but he was just not trying to let it go. You know, the knockdown from Blair Cobbs was pretty crazy because he knocks down Adrian Broner, and they talk about he lost a tooth. He got to pick up a tooth. You know what I'm saying? And then you had Calvin Ford in the corner. Talking about, man, forget about that tooth. You ain't got to worry about that tooth. But it's just Adrian Broner got caught in that exchange. You know what I'm saying? Blair Carver did a great job, tremendous job, but I feel like Blair Cobb, man, that kind of attests to his skill set. I don't think that he's really that skilled. You know what I'm saying? Because this is a Adrian Broner who's old, very inactive, and you could have got up out of there. You know what I'm saying? He was getting hit with a lot of stuff. He was not being mobile. He was very flat-footed. So I don't understand why Blair Cobbs wasn't pushing the issue. He was just he got on his bicycle and he decided that that was gonna be fine. You know, I would have liked to see Blair Cobbs push the issue. You know what I'm saying? That could have potentially made the fight better. You know what I'm saying? He could have potentially even got a knockout, but he didn't press the issue, and I felt like that was a problem. And also, Blair Cobb was getting caught by Adrian Broner surprisingly, and it seemed like at points and times, Adrian Broner was actually catching him with shots that actually were hurting Blair Cobbs, which is very surprising to me. Obviously, it's two men with two fists inside of the ring, so obviously a hit is gonna come. You won't get buzzed by something. You know what I mean? But Blair Cobb should be more tip top shape, more skilled than to be getting hit by a slower Adrian Broner or Adrian Broner on the verge of retirement. That's just a no no. You know what I'm saying? So Blair Cobbs, I feel like at the weight class that he's at, he's gonna have a lot of trouble inside of that weight class. He's not gonna be able to. He's gonna have a lot of trouble. You know what I'm saying? A lot of trouble. I just don't see Blair Cobbs being a world champion. I'm sorry to say. I love his showmanship. I love that he's very entertaining. I love the catch lines, you know what I'm saying, the wrestling lines. I love all that about Blair Cobbs, but to be a world champion, I really don't think I can see that, because there's a lot of great world champions at 147 pounds, or a lot of up and coming fighters that are gonna give him go. So like, comment, share, subscribe. I know we got Xander Zayas tonight, and we definitely going live for that. True Carrington as well. And Tiger Johnson right now is fighting. So it's a good night of boxing Sunday night, you know what I'm saying? And Teofimo Lopez was in the building, man. Shout out to Teofimo Lopez, man, supporting Don King and his in production. Christy Martin was in the building. I mean, it was a good night overall for a Don King promotion. You know what I'm saying? Even though they were in the high school auditorium, but come on, man. You know what I'm saying? My man is 120 years old and still putting on them fights, so you got to give my man some respect. You know what I'm saying? Don King. Hopefully he lives long, man. He lives long, yo. He's still putting on some cards. You know what I'm saying? Can't keep up with the big dogs no more, but he's still around. You know what I'm saying? And kicking it, and he's standing up. You know what I mean? So all in good health, man. Like, comment, share. We out, man. Peace.